Imagine going viral twice just for the internet to turn on you. On this episode of the Wins and Lessons podcast, we sit down with Osha Cerese. She went viral twice, and each time she had a unique, crazy experience. The first time, she shared a post about her experience in the supermarket just to be bombarded with racial slurs, fake reviews, and vicious attacks on her business.
And yeah, she captioned it and said, Black fragility strikes again. Black people need to get over themselves.
Then, a few months later, she opened up in a viral street interview about her painful past, marrying a man who pursued her when she was just 16, who cheated on her, had children outside their marriage, and spent time in prison.
I did not at the time, but, healing works.
I'm so sorry.
I could write a whole book just off of our relationship alone. Absolutely.
I think you should.
Imagine having those two posts with millions and millions of views. How would you take it? How did she protect her peace when millions of strangers try to tear it apart? On this episode of Wins and Lessons, we sit down with Osha Cerese and discuss that. Let's get into it.
All I do is win, or it's a lesson. I can take a loss if I learn from it. And I feel like
Welcome to the Wins and Lessons podcast, where we discuss there's no losses in life, only lessons. And this week we have the incredible Osha Cerese. Thank you so much for coming in today. We'll have a great conversation. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate this.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Yes, I'm excited too. And this conversation, we're going to talk about your journey, I guess, getting to becoming a life coach, right? You're a certified life coach. Before we start, what does that entail? Because I hear people say it, and they're like, you coaching my life? Like,
right.
yeah.
I think people put life coaches on some type of weird pedestal because I'm not trying to act as if I have life all figured out or I'm just this perfect person or my life is all the way put together. It's more so like supporting you on your journey, meeting you where you are, being your accountability partner, helping you to reach your goals. It's really supposed to be future forward. Therapist is more unpacking and all of that, but I also include that as well because I feel like, how can we figure out where you're going if we don't know where you've been or what you're going through, what you're holding on to? So life coaching also gives you a little bit more freedom. You don't have as much rules and regulations as a therapist does. So it allows you to pull from your own life experiences and knowledge and wisdom, as well as what you've learned through your education.
Okay, so we're going to talk about some of the experiences and you being I guess, would you say you're comfortable with yourself right now?
Yeah.
Okay, and how being comfortable with yourself, going through certain things, and dealing with certain things that I guess a lot of people wouldn't be able to deal with.
Yeah.
And that's going viral, not once but twice, like super duper viral.
Yeah.
Right? So you said we're going to go in chronological order. So the first time you went, I guess, super viral that I know about, that you told me about, was you went to a supermarket, and you got to tell a story now because I would just start off with that.
So let me give a little bit of backstory to it. I was, getting ready for an event that I volunteered to cook this big meal for. So I was already on a tight schedule. We had went to so many different grocery stores, and we were at the last one going to get some last minute things. And I had to cook this whole thing and be there at a certain time. I probably had like 3 hours. So I'm on the phone with my cousin. I'm picking out some bell peppers or whatever it was. And all of a sudden, I see a face here, like just in my personal space, like literally right here. And she was like, can you come do me a favor? No, I don't even think she said do me a favor. She said, can you come with me and pick something off of the top shelf or something like that? And my first reaction was, no, I'd rather you get someone who works here. And so this is not the first time this has happened to me. It wasn't necessarily the request. It was more so the fact that you walk past women, men, staff, and you came and singled me out. I'm in the middle of something. I'm on the phone, and you want me to stop what I'm doing, stop my shopping, and walk somewhere with you to, she was like, can you come do this because you're tall? That's what she said. So this happened. My cousin and I talked about it. Me and my mom talked about it. And it was like a few days later. It was actually on New Year's Day. I was having a conversation with my mom about it. And I was like, let me just share this with Threads because up until this point, Threads is fairly new. I didn't really have that much engagement on Threads, maybe like 6 comments, 10 comments. And it's usually people that look like me. So I made the post. I said, this is what happened. And I was like, I was offended, whatever, went to sleep.
Yeah.
The end of the
Not to cut you off. Did you mention race in that comment?
That's what I was going to say. The end of the post said, yes, she was.
Okay.
So in African-American vernacular English, yes, she was means before you ask, I'm going to just give you the context. Yes, it was a white woman. I didn't say that, but if you know, you know.
Yeah.
So I went to sleep, didn't think nothing of it. When I got up, it was up. Like the algorithm had made its way to this land and they were upset.
All right, so some people might be listening to the audio. You can't just say this.
It made it to the whites.
Okay.
They were calling themselves dragging me. I ain't gonna say they was dragging me because I didn't feel dragged. So they were basically, they were saying, oh, well, I'm tall and I don't mind helping people. And my husband, he's 6'4" and he helps people all the time. And I'm like, okay. So they had their comments. And then once they found out I was a life coach, it was like, oh, you're a life coach and you don't like helping people? And what if he was in a wheelchair? And what if she was? I'm like, y'all are coming up with all these scenarios. I literally help people all the time, every day, all day. And if I choose to say no for whatever my reasoning is, you're not going to shame me for that.
Yeah.
So it started off as like a Threads thing. Threads is a little bit somewhat regulated as far as what people can say. So people didn't get too disrespectful. They did, but not too disrespectful.
Right.
It wasn't until it was screenshot and posted on Twitter by this woman. Yeah, she captioned it and said, Black fragility strikes again. I'm a tall woman and I help people all the time. Black people need to get over themselves. And so that ignited all type of racist comments. And then it was retweeted again. And that one went up to like 9.1 million or something like that. So,
wow.
Twitter, it got racist. And by the time it hit Twitter, I didn't even have the energy to go back and forth with anybody. On Threads, I was going back and forth. I spent a day. I was like, ooh, I'm off today. I got time. I put my petty boots on and I was having so much fun just being petty. And but by the time I got to Twitter, what I did on Twitter is to just address everybody. The scene from Color Purple where Miss Millie asked Miss Sophia if she wanted to come work for her, and Miss Sophia said, hell no.
Yeah.
I put that GIF on my Twitter and pinned it. So that was my message for them there.
Damn, so you got you said 9 million impressions on Twitter.
Yeah.
For just some random moment you had in the supermarket.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of racist comments.
Yeah.
Dealing with that. How did you deal with that? Like, it's internally. Because you have to be, I guess, comfortable with yourself.
Yeah, I think, there were multiple factors of why it didn't really bother me as much. For one, because I know me. I know who I am. I know I'm a good person. I know I help people all the time. So it's like, these people don't know me. They're talking about, oh, what type of character do you have? And what type of person are you? And how can you be a life coach? And I'm like, if you knew me, you wouldn't even have these comments to say. And then it was just like, they're not going to get it because they don't have the same lived experience. So the people that were saying that, they're not ever going to know the perspective of a Black woman being approached by a white capable woman. It was not no little old woman like they tried to make it seem. This was a middle-aged white woman that was a little bit shorter than me. Considering you to be the help. Like, they're just looking, oh, when I'm in the grocery store, I shop in the grocery store a lot. White people don't even acknowledge, they don't even see you unless they need you. So just from that perspective alone, it's like, now all of a sudden it's a big deal that we're not helping each other. But you all won't even say excuse me when you reach across me to pick something up, or you walk past me when I'm looking at something on the aisle. So it didn't bother me in that sense because people don't know me. And it got a little hectic, because they weren't just keeping it on context. They were like, they came to my page, they started body shaming me, they started DMing me, harassing me, calling me out my name, booking stuff on my calendar, like taking up, like booking time on my coaching calendar just to calling me racist. And then
that's a lot of time and effort.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Google reviews, like, I'm just like, really? So somebody made a whole YouTube video. It was interesting.
I know you sent me a link. It was a Daily Mail.
Yeah.
The Daily Mail wrote an article about you.
Yeah. It was the Daily Mail, and then there was another kind of like Christian-based article that was written, and they didn't do any fact checking, so there was like some misinformation. It was interesting. Yeah.
Before we get back to the episode, I've got something special for you. If you believe in turning every setback into a comeback, head over to brokentraditions.com and check out the official Wins and Lessons merch. Wear the message, there are no losses in life, only lesson. Use the exclusive code NO LOSSES at checkout for 20% off, one time only. Let the world know you don't take losses, you learn from them. Now back to the episode.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's the price of, I guess, going viral. And I don't know. I remember you told me about it. I'm like, damn, it's crazy to see, I guess, the roles reverse in the fragility, because you had one moment and that's your moment. But then after you had your moment, it just, they took it to where they wanted to be at. And I'm like, that's crazy. I'm going to be DMing like, oh, look at this. I'm like, I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe the numbers that I'm looking at on Twitter.
I know, it was crazy. But I did appreciate the fact that it did open up like some conversations about setting boundaries. And like, a lot of people don't realize that they have the right to say no. Like some people were like, wow, like I never would even consider that, but I get it. And there was this lady was like, I need to learn from you because somebody tried to touch my baby the other day and I didn't want them to, but I didn't feel comfortable enough saying no. So it opened up a lot of conversations, and it sparked me to want to start a group. I haven't started it yet, but it's going to be called The Power of No, because it's not just about just that scenario. A lot of times people just don't have the confidence enough to say no to things that they don't want to do. Like there were so many people questioning my reasoning. I had my reasons, but what if it was just, I don't want to damn do it. Like, I don't feel like walking across the produce aisle to come help you, and that's my prerogative. What's wrong with just saying no?
And it's a crazy part because, like, I've helped people in the aisle, but I help people where the product I'm where the product is at. I'm not going out my way to walk somewhere else to help you. Like I don't have on an apron.
No,
I don't work at Kroger. Like I'm not doing this. Like nah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling them too. Like I always, if I see somebody struggling, I will reach and give it to them. If it was something that was like within my reach, no problem. Here you go. But walking and then
like I'm supposed to follow you.
It's
like a lost dog. That's crazy.
That's crazy work to me. I don't see how people thought that was like something that you should do. And the fact that she literally passed by multiple people to come directly to me, no.
You just in her beeline and she just saw you.
Not happening.
Yeah.
And then, how tall are you? I'm 5'9.5". So I'm tall, but I'm not like a giant. Like people were comparing me to 6'4" men. Like my husband is 6'4" and he
That's the same.
He takes it as an honor to be able to help people. I'm like, good for you, man. What do you got to do with me? So I don't know. It was very eye-opening to just people's entitlement.
Yeah.
And then the fact that they were calling me a racist, like where do you know what the definition of racism is? Because this is not that. And it wasn't necessarily even about her being a white woman. Like it was just to add context to it. But if anybody was to ask me, older Black women, they'll ask me sometimes, and you know, maybe you do it a little bit more often for your elders, but it's usually not a middle-aged Black woman that's like capable. And if it was an old white lady, I probably would have helped her because there's a difference. But it's just the entitlement and the audacity for me.
That's crazy. Yeah.
No.
And how did you deal with, I guess, Google reviews? Were you able to contact Google and let them know that these are fake reviews? And
it took a minute. It took a couple of months for them to take it down, but yeah, I was able to get it
taken
down.
That's good.
And I'm just like, for you to take the time. And then the crazy thing to me was the commenters that were literally calling me out of my name, but like saying, it takes nothing to be kind, but then B word or whatever. Like, so you're teaching me how to be kind, but you're literally on here harassing me and calling me out of my name. And they don't see
They can't comprehend it. Yeah. It's funny. I had a conversation with somebody about comments, and I'm like, I have to understand that people only understand the content or whatever's putting out there on their level of knowledge, or their level of comprehension. And I got to be okay with that. Yeah. A lot of people don't have they can't compartmentalize what it is in front of them and break it down like just thinking critically.
No, they can't. It's unfortunate, and It's goofy. That's another reason why I didn't even take it seriously. Because, like, how are you trying to teach me about kindness and humanity,
Mm-hmm.
but you're like saying the worst things you could say? Like, there was this woman that was like, "I hope you slip and fall on a grape, and I hope you
Damn,
go
not a
to another
great.
country and get locked out of your car." Like, why would you wish this upon me? Like, I don't. It was a mess. But yeah, it really showed how people are and how they receive things, and
Yeah,
yeah, it
but
was
that definitely was a lesson because like I
for
said, I
sure.
just saw maybe about 6 comments. I had to stop. Like, this is crazy.
Mhm.
But there was a whole nother hundreds of thousands more
Oh
underneath it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can't even begin to even break down every comment that I saw, or even give it enough energy. At one point, it was a lot of energy. It wasn't like the things that were being said, but it just, because I'm an empath, so
Hmm.
I feel it was like a lot because my notifications were just going off, and
Yeah.
then it was mostly on Threads, Twitter, and Instagram. Facebook got a hold of it once that second article was written, and then
Mm.
people started DMing me, "Is this you?" and just going crazy. So
That's
I was
crazy.
able to kind of like get it manage it on Facebook a little bit better, but Threads, Twitter, TikTok, not so much. TikTok, actually, I talked about it, and it was like mostly Black women were in my comments, and they were
Hmm.
like, I totally would have done the same thing. Somebody was like, they better be glad it wasn't me, because I would have not just told her no, I would have cussed her. Like, so it's amazing how you get a different perspective and
Yeah.
view based on the audience as well. So.
Hmm. Well, I guess speaking of TikTok, we could talk about the second viral moment. So you had it was TikTok and YouTube, I guess, right? So you had an interview on the street speaking about your ex-husband
Mhm.
and how you met him. So would
Yeah.
you like to elaborate on that just a bit so we could
Yeah, yeah,
continue
yeah.
on? Yeah.
So I did an interview with JC Carter of the Hopeless Romantic Society, and he
Hmm.
pretty much, like, he's part of the LGBTQ plus community, and a lot of his content is kind of like talking to people about their experiences in love and dating.
Hmm.
And he asked me, some of the things that I had been through in love, and I was just like naming certain things. And then I was like, "Oh, I was married young." He's like, "Let's talk about that." So we started talking about it, and the things that I guess made people clutch their pearls were that I met my ex-husband when I was 16, he was 23,
Hmm.
that he has 8 children, number 6 and number 8 got the same mom because he cheated on me with number 6 to have number 8. And the fact that he went to prison, like, yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
those things. So we recorded it probably a couple of months ago, and I didn't even realize that it was published until I was just so happened to be on YouTube and saw me. And it had been up for like 7 days, and I just saw all these comments. But then what really went viral was when he did like a compilation video with like all the interviews he had done, and it
Hmm.
was attached to Netflix has I don't know if it's a sister company or a branch called Most, and that's more like their LGBTQ branch.
Hmm.
And it was I didn't realize it was a promo for Survival of the Thickest, the Netflix series.
Okay.
So Netflix, um, the most it was like collaborative post. It was a collaborative post on Instagram. So a lot of people were like, I was the second interview in that collaboration reel.
Hmm.
So they were like, we want to hear more about number two's interview. So then when he put out my video with my clips from my interview, it just went up. I think it's like over 8 million on TikTok. On Instagram, he actually tagged me, and that has maybe like 2 million. Twitter
Mm.
is almost at a million. YouTube is probably like 88,000 or something like that.
Which
The
is
last
great for
time I looked.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. And so all the platforms it's been, but TikTok was the most viral.
Yeah, because one of our friends like, oh, your friend Osha Cerese, she's on TikTok blowing up. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And she sent me the clip. I'm like, what is this? That
Yeah.
I seen the video that you I think you might have posted on your stories. They have them
Mhm.
featured on this, and I listened to it. And I was like, this is interesting, but I didn't know it blew up that much on TikTok until
Yeah.
somebody else told me about it.
Yeah.
Then we started going down a rabbit hole and seeing like what the millions of comments on it. And
Mhm.
how did you deal with that, knowing that you talked about your ex husband and
Yeah.
your ex-husband also have children and they hear their father in
Yeah.
that light, and
Yeah.
also he passed away as well, so it was a
Mhm.
lot.
It was, at first, even before it came out, I kind of was like having reservations about the fact that I talked about it, because I've talked about my experiences. Um, on podcasts, my podcast, other interviews, but I've never identified that it was my ex-husband. And I've shielded my stepkids from knowing anything less than positive about their dad. So unless their moms have shared things with them about their experiences, they don't know. And even their moms don't know all that I went through with him because I always kept it to myself, and I get along with most of their mothers. So I've never even shared the things with them. And some of my family members don't even know some of the things I went through with him. So it was a little bit of a reservation and a hesitation for me. But then I just, I was just like, it came out, so let me just roll with it. So when the viral video started circulating, I remember I saw some young lady on TikTok was like, why do I know one of the kids? So I'm like, oh shit. So I was like, which one of my stepkids do you know? She never responded. But then on one of my comments, one of my stepdaughters liked it. So I just reached out to her and I was just like, well, I saw that it made it to you. I know I've shielded you all from knowing anything about him in this light, but if you have any questions, just let me know. She was like, oh, it's okay. My mom has told me some things and I don't feel a type of way, but thank you. And I was like, okay. So then when it started blowing up even more, I was like, I need to reach out to my stepkids that I'm still really close with, because I don't want them to think that I'm just, leaving it for them to reach out to me. So it did open up an opportunity for some conversations to be had. And I think it was healing though, because they're all in their 20s now, except for the youngest one. And she doesn't know me like that because she was the one from the infidelity. So her mom kind of shielded her from even really being close to either of us. So I had some deep conversations with my stepdaughter. I was an open book and let her ask questions. I told her some things that she never knew. And at first she was saying that she was kind of emotional about some of the comments that were said because, people were dragging him in the comments. And I was just letting her know, they don't know him as a whole person. And I'm like, some of the things that he did she was like, yeah, if I was not his daughter, I would be saying the same things. So they understood. But I had to sit with myself because even once it was going viral, I was starting to feel like, it's different for me to really speak on him in that way since he has passed away. But then I started to feel like my younger self is being silenced because I experienced all these things, but I'm only talking about the good when there's bad and ugly to talk about too. So my younger self is speaking out and I'm letting her talk.
That's beautiful. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need to have those, like you say, your younger self speaking about certain things because suppressing it, it's just going to just boil up and it might come out in different forms.
Right.
And we see people who suppress it. It comes out in, over-sexualization and alcohol and drugs and just making bad decisions and shopping and all types of different, I guess, vices to cover it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And these are the experiences that I've been pulling on, and utilizing for my clients because I have gone on several healing journeys, but I pull from this, but I feel like speaking out loud about it gives people even more insight to like, oh, okay, that's why, like even him as the interviewer was like, oh, well, that's why you're a life coach. I'm like, yeah, now you get it. So I think it's important for people to know. A lot of people don't, often talk about like grooming and, these age gaps with teenage girls dating older men and just even when it comes to like dating people who are in prison, like some people romanticize that and I'm just like, it ain't cute. It's not fun. It's not something that should be glorified. I know, ride or dies exist, but
that's
you
why I
gotta
said
be careful.
I'm die easy. I can't be a die hard.
No.
Yeah, because
No.
you put yourself in situations you just take away from your own life.
Right.
You take away from your own life and you only get one life to live. We don't know if resurrection is a thing or not. Like, we don't know. And you get one life to live. You want to give your life to somebody who made a decision that got themselves locked up.
Right.
Yeah.
And if it's not your spouse or you have kids together and like you feel like, okay, this is the amount of time that we can, wait for you and then we'll be back a family. But like in my situation, when my ex went to prison, when he went to prison, I was 17. So there was some times where, we had broke up during that time. But even like spending time writing letters and accepting calls and putting money on books. And once I got my own apartment.
17?
Well, Probably like closer to 18. I think he was like not really I ain't gonna say expecting me. I wasn't putting money on his books till probably around 18.
But you're not making no real money at
No,
18.
I was broke. And I moved into my first apartment at 18 too. And I was barely able to take care of that, but I was putting money on his books, going to visit him. And it's just like those were the times where I was supposed to be like that coming of age time when you're supposed to be dating and doing what teenage girls do, not spending your energy on someone that's locked up and,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm ready to speak out more about it because I'm not ashamed about it anymore. I think that was what was silencing me too, shame and embarrassment.
But usually like it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of time to
Yeah.
build up and not be shameful about it
Mhm.
and also speak up about it, which is a great thing because now you can share those experiences with people and it help you get to the career as a life coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's funny that you said that because I've had to mention that in the comments of this viral video. Like, people are like, oh, poor girl, I just want to give her a hug. And, I hope she's making better decisions. And I'm like, y'all do know this was damn near 20 years ago. Like, this is not me now. So, yeah, it's funny how people receive when they watch interviews. They're like real-time information.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Gee, so how was the life coaching going?
Life coaching is going good. I want to open my books up because for a minute I was kind of like not really accepting new clients, but it's just so much. I'm a one-woman show. I'm a one-woman operation, so it's a lot to do. Like having my coaching, and then I do events, and I edit my own videos. I'm doing content, so it is a lot. I got my daily show, so it's going well. I'm open to more clients now, and I think this has opened up an opportunity for people to see exactly why I do what I do, and yeah, it's going decent.
That's good. That's good.
Yep.
So if I'm not mistaken, you writing a book? Or you wrote a book?
I'm writing a book.
Okay.
I'm gonna write a book because I'm not even gonna sit in front like I've been writing it. I'm in like conceptualizing phase. So with this video going around, most of the people are like, you need to write a book.
Yeah.
We want to see the movie. And every time I've told people just a snippet of my life or my stories about my relationship with my ex, that's the first thing they'll say, or that's the first thing I'll say is like, this should be a movie. So with all of this that happened and so many people pulling at, we want to know more, I started a storytime series on YouTube called Bride and Groomed.
I've seen it.
So that's like giving them a little bit more without telling them everything, because everything, I ain't gonna say everything, but most of everything will be in the book. But this storytime series is kind of allowing me to really get those thoughts out, because since all this has happened and I'm tapping into these memories that I don't often think about, because I think about the big scenarios that happen, but like the little details, I'm tapping back into that. So it is also helping me once it's time to really lay out the outline of the book. So really trying to see how people respond to the storytime series. What do they want to hear more of? What I really want it to be not just a drama book about all the crazy things that I went through, but like, what are the lessons that I learned, and how can you pull from those lessons yourself and apply them to your life? What, how can people learn to avoid certain things? And it's kind of, as I've been, reliving a lot of these things, it's, about Stockholm syndrome, like people being in love with their abusers or however they describe it. It's kind of hard, like when you've been in an abusive relationship, that to explain to people how it wasn't just that.
Yeah.
So somehow in the book, I want to kind of allow people to enter the minds of a battered woman. Like, a lot of people judge women that stay in abusive relationships, but you don't realize like what all is going on. Like, people feel like they're in love, or maybe they are in love, or, it's going to pull a lot of energy from me to write this book, because there's so many things that I want to be able to express. And I was battling about that too. And I don't know if you know the series You on Netflix.
Yeah.
So have you seen the last season yet?
Not yet. No, don't ruin it.
I don't want to ruin it, but there's a little quote at the end where he's basically saying like people shouldn't romanticize abusers and serial killers, which is what he is. My ex-husband wasn't a serial killer. But it also made me think that too, like, I feel like my stories, a lot of people was like, it's like the average ghetto love story. Like, and I don't even say the average, but a lot of people have experienced what I experienced, like a classic hood love story. Like, you got a dude that's older, he's coming to pick you up from the high school. He might be a drug dealer, you this young, naive girl. But I really want people to understand that kind of toxic love story. Like, it is a love story too. It's not just toxicity and abuse without romanticizing the abuse, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
that's gonna be a lot to unpack.
Right.
It's gonna be thick as a Harry Potter book. Like.
It's gonna be something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Like, I don't know, some people always, seek out to go viral, but don't understand what it comes with.
Yeah.
And to have that kind of, I guess, virality, I don't know if it's a word or not, but just have that level of being viral and twice. Like, how soon? Like, I mean, how far apart was the times? Like, one in, you said January.
The
and
first
the next
of the
one's
year, and
April?
last month. Yeah.
So January, April. So
the next time I want the virality to bring in money.
Yes.
I ain't trying to just go viral.
You can't eat views.
And I'm really, I'm trying to tap into that energy of this virality and transmute it into monetary gain, and not just like, I don't want to lose the authenticity, but I do feel like it is my story. So other people are gaining things from hearing my story or whatever. I want to make it make sense. Mm-hmm. Sense as in cents and cents as in coins. Like, I feel like it's an opportunity to, transmute that energy into something beneficial as well.
Yeah. Oh man,
because I heard you talking about earlier about the movie. I definitely think my story could be a movie.
Yes.
And a lot of people were speaking, Tubi and Tyler Perry
No. So
and I love Tyler Perry
first
too.
we said Max for Jerome, right? We said Max. And what other streamers? Paramount?
I feel like my story needs to be on some What's Love Got to Do with It type production level. Like, it needs to be.
But what streaming service though?
Lifetime?
No,
she's too big for
Lifetime don't be getting. It don't be giving what I need.
Yeah, you saw that Aaliyah movie on Lifetime? No.
Yeah,
Lifetime is classic.
I love Lifetime, but no. So okay, we're in the world of streaming now.
Yeah, what would you want to be streamed doing?
I mean, maybe Hulu. I think Hulu does good productions. No,
they do.
But Paramount, yeah.
Oh no, I gave Jerome Max. That's kind of like high level.
Okay, let's go Max then.
I can't give both of y'all Max.
Okay, what I got?
Go indie. Why not like a YouTube series that goes viral and then
you make more money off of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like what's the little Pop the Balloon series? What's it called?
Pop the balloon or Find Love. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but they did it. They produced it, and then it got picked up. So a story similar to that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Story, your own concept, and then you ship it and package it for someone else to.
That's true.
There you go.
Because
you win twice.
That's true. That's true. With my Bride and Groom series, I've done 5 episodes so far. So on TikTok, I just did, I just talked about it. Mm-hmm. But on YouTube, I edited it with some little animation. Yeah. I did the best that I can. So it's like all the images don't match, but it gives you a little visual. So that's like the first step in me trying to produce a little bit of, some type of visual web series. But I like, if I could do it indie, that would be dope too. That would be dope.
You'd be next Issa Rae.
I love me some Issa Rae. Absolutely. There you go. Yeah, so we'll see.
That's dope. That's dope. We gotta get you connected to some actors and actresses. We in Atlanta, so you're going to find another actor and actresses and just buy a black magic camera and just go like.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't got a budget, y'all, but if y'all want to come through and I'll pay you on the back end. Yeah. I know some producers too. I know a producer. I know a cameraman. I know some actors.
You know a cameraman, or you know a man with a camera? It's two different
No,
things.
he's dope.
Okay.
I don't know what his title is. He's not a filmmaker, but he's a videographer, I guess.
The videographer. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. They're
That's
asking
dope.
for it. The comments are asking for the book and the movie, so that's what I'm.
Yeah, you
I'm
gotta
working
strike while
on.
the iron's hot.
Right, right.
You might have to get Chat GPT to write your book. Just
See,
summarize
I
it.
want it to be really authentic because I've played around with AI when it comes to like helping me with writing and stuff, and it just doesn't feel as authentic.
Yeah.
I'll let it help me with certain things like an outline. I've had it help
Mhm.
me with a writing schedule, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I need my words to come through. And I used to write all the time,
Oh, there you go.
you know.
Yeah.
So I got to tap back into my writing bag.
So all right. So we gotta get a movie,
hmm
a song. So I think Tank should do the song, and we
Why
need
Tank?
Oh, I like Tank. Why not Tank?
But why him specifically?
Not Tank. Tink.
Oh,
Tink.
Tank. Oh, I love me some Tank.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Not Tank. We don't need
Okay.
Tank. Yeah.
I'm picturing Tank. Okay.
Nah. He had his time. So we go with Tank do the
Okay,
song.
Tank.
Who gonna produce it? You said that's Tyler Perry, right? Who else? Who produce?
Who's gonna produce the movie?
Yeah, Ryan Coogler.
Okay.
Yeah, he gonna
Is
produce it.
he a producer or a director?
Whatever, he gonna work on it. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan gonna be the dude from Dollar Tree.
No,
Why not?
my ex was half Asian, so
You-
I wanted to look authentic. Like he was 6'4", Blasian.
You're not gonna find that in Hollywood. We're gonna just get Michael B. Jordan. No, we're gonna get what's my man name? Oh my God.
It's some actors that can
No, what's
that
his
maybe
name?
are ambiguous, if whatever. you
Jonathan
call it.
Majors. He need to come back.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
He's not. No, he can't. We can find him a role, but it won't be him. No.
He need to come back.
No.
It goes to the thief.
You know, my mom always, every time, speaking of Issa Rae, I
Yeah.
don't know if you watched all 5 seasons of Insecure.
Unfortunately, yes. My wife made me watch it.
Unfortunately, that's like a
'cause
classic
I want it to
masterpiece.
be organic. Like I want to watch it and like I'm sitting down ready. Like she's like, you need to
Okay.
watch this.
But you're glad she did it, right? Whatever.
I could live without it. Yeah.
So Andrew, the Asian guy,
Mm-hmm.
every time my mom sees it, she be like, he reminds me of your ex-husband. So that's how he kind of looks. But he was
Okay.
just half black.
Jonathan Majors. I'm not gonna let that
I'm
go.
sorry. Jonathan can't do it.
Did people insinuate that he was black in the comments?
Who? My ex-husband? Yeah. I mean, yeah, in the interview, I say that he was Blasian. So when I said he was 6'4" Blasian from Mississippi, the interviewer was like, "Oh, that's DEI right there."
He did say that, yeah. 6'4" black Asian from Mississippi.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he married you in Colorado.
Yeah, we got married in Colorado.
Nah, that was,
I was 22.
That was the devil coming at you. Like, ain't no way
Damn.
all that combination come up and you meet him in Colorado.
Yeah, he ended up in Colorado. He was conceived in Korea. He was born in Mississippi. I think his mother ended up moving to Colorado with like someone she met after him and his mom or his dad divorced, and that's how she ended up in Colorado. And then eventually he came up there and started having children. He had one. His oldest child was born in the South, but then all the rest of the kids were born in Colorado.
Man, we gotta do a part 2. I got too many questions.
You want to ask a couple now?
All right. Was the mother black or she was Asian?
She was Asian.
She was Asian.
Mm.
All right, that's the only question I have right now. I ain't gonna lie, because that says a lot. And why he be?
But his mother didn't really raise him. His grandmother and his dad raised him. His mother moved when he was like 9, so he didn't really connect back with his mother until he was a little older.
Okay, it's a lot to unpack with him. I mean, you did a great job on the other interview that was in the street, so I don't want to,
I feel like I want you to whatever is coming up, just ask. I'm
All
open
right.
book.
I know you got questions, so let me ask a question. What you got, Lex? Because I just want to know if the mother was black in that. I ain't gonna lie.
Relationship with the family?
Like with his mom?
No, I don't have a relationship with his mother. Is different, so she doesn't even talk to her grandchildren, so I don't know where she is. But the only relationship that I have are with his kids, and not even all of them because I didn't help raise all of them. But he has his brother and his cousin. Like we were still friends on social media, but I lost my Facebook, and so we haven't reconnected. So just the kids.
Well, dang. So, how did his mom feel about him marrying a 19-year-old?
Well, I was 22 when we got married.
Oh, 22. Okay.
So when I met her, I think I was 19. He was still locked up when I met her. Like I went to her house and she didn't ask me any questions. She just received me and invited me into her house. And I want to say we might have went to his parole hearing together or something. She never said anything about my age. His stepdad was more so like, because his stepdad didn't have kids either. His stepdad was from Iran. And DEI.
Yeah.
But no. So his stepdad would often make comments like, you know, you have your whole life ahead of you. You got all, you know, you don't have kids. Like, because he didn't have kids. And I think he was thinking about, you know, being connected with her. She had 2 boys. And between the 2, just 9 grandkids, because her other son only had 1, and a stepson. So like 10 grandkids. And he just would kind of make comments like, you know, you should just be living your life doing something else. But can't nobody tell you nothing when you think you're in love and you're young and you're, you know, head over heels with somebody. So I ain't listen.
Yeah. Oh.
What about now? What's going on with the love life now?
Oh,
there you go. This is behind the scenes. BTS.
Well, like I said, I do events. So my events are speed dating, and singles mixers and stuff. So I'm on the journey as well. I'm single as a dollar bill. Dating is interesting these days. So, you know, I'm a hopeful romantic. I still believe in love. I'm not bitter. I'm not like anti-man or anything like that.
Okay,
I am
that's good.
anti-situationship. I am disrespect. I have really high standards. So ain't nothing happening. So I'm hosting singles events, and if I see somebody, I will be participating. Shoot, why not? Scoot over, girl. It's my turn. But so yeah,
That's crazy. How they got somebody? I mean, I guess you have to be single to host a singles event.
you don't necessarily have to, but a lot of people that are in the singles space, you know, host. And I don't call myself like a relationship expert, but with life coaching, a lot of times my clients will have me help them with their relationships and how they show up in relationships. And also with intentional dating, I really do help people with that too. Vetting, because a lot of people are just out here dating and not vetting properly, men and women. Like
both.
one of my homeboys talking about, oh, I took this girl out and I spent $400 on her. And I'm like, did you have a conversation with her? What did you know about her before you decided to take her out? And now you mad you got this $400 bill. So just speaking about that and you know, how to meet people that align with your standards and your preferences. So yeah, it's been interesting. I started the Intentional Love Collective is what I call my database of singles, and yeah, I've gotten back in that space. I actually started getting into speed dating and singles events when I was still married. That was my first event. I mean, my first experience as an entrepreneur.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. Yep. The speed dating and being also a participant.
Absolutely.
So you're not only the president, you're also a client. How did it go back in the days? Like, not only
that was the hair club for men.
Yeah, the hair club for men.
That's one of them jokes that if you're not a millennial, you're not gonna understand.
Yeah.
And I think Biggie used it in the line.
He did, yeah. Not only I'm the player, but oh my God, Trey, what's the line? Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
I'm not only a player. I'm not only I'm the player president.
Yeah, that's not right.
It's not player. It's something else. But he does say player president. I'm not only a client. I'm not only a something. I'm a player. Somebody ask Siri. Shit.
Glasses on Google. Gemini.
I'm not only.
Oh, by the way, the Knicks just won. Just putting that out there.
Damn. Jerome left?
Yeah, he does say client.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not only a client. Yeah, he does say that.
Okay. So you're not only a client.
Yeah, I'm not only a client. I'm the speed dating president.
Speed dating president, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is great. This is great.
I know this rings on all the guys' fingers, or else I would have invited them to my event next Friday.
And Jerome is also in a relationship too. So.
Next Friday. Everybody got a man but me and a woman. Next Friday is gonna be at Atlantucky. Yeah, but if y'all want, y'all can come out as couples because we're gonna be doing line dancing too. So you just don't participate in the speed dating. Yeah. Because I'm always looking for people to say, "Are you single? Come out to my event." So if I see a ring, it saves the conversation.
Do you notice? Are you like someone who notices rings immediately?
Yeah, usually. But then even that, you can't just assume that they're not married if they don't have one. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, I'll look for a tan too.
Oh, yeah, you go in.
Like somebody tried to talk to me yesterday outside of the store, and I wasn't attracted to him anyway, but he was in like a soccer mom type car. Like, I know you're not driving that and you're single. Like, you're not. So
I'm triggered.
what kind of car you got?
Well, I had a minivan. And
As a single man?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's functional.
So are SUVs and trucks.
But it's better on gas.
Did you get any play out the window of the minivan?
I got Lex.
He had the minivan when y'all met?
I gotta get a hot mic. Because I fear my little commentary ain't gonna make it on the.
Yeah, we're gonna edit it in. We gotta get you a little clip one.
That is
Yes.
hilarious. I do want to know how y'all met in your love story.
Oh, you want to know how we met?
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all,
All right.
the van. Did you have the van when we met?
No, I had that job at the time.
Okay, so I will say that him being proud of the minivan, not letting it
Minivan
go,
Mafia.
choosing to drive it, even when I made fun of him, like everybody questioned it. the confidence he held on his shoulder.
That was attractive to you?
It was.
Yeah.
That was like
Green flag.
you're driving this minivan on purpose.
Right.
Like, I kind of had a pickup truck. I could have had it.
Did you choose it or it was
I
like
chose
by
it.
default?
I chose it.
No. Like he would get the minivan, so he has work vehicle, right?
Okay.
He would get the minivan, and then he would get like a F-250. Now that's sexy.
Right.
Oh no, I think you had to get a ladder. It was a ladder. It was something stupid that he needed, and he was like, I wanted to close
Yeah.
and then he went back to the minivan, and he had the minivan for like a year.
Wow.
Until I hit a deer.
Dang.
So he actually is the reason why I downgraded my car, because I had an Audi.
Okay,
And
girl.
then, right, like, out here, cool.
You know.
And then he's the car guy, so we had all these conversations, started getting serious.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, So now my perspective on cars is totally different. I still hate the minivan. I don't let him get it when we get rentals. No, it's still a no. But the confidence definitely attracted me to him.
So where did y'all meet?
At the U-Bar.
Oh, snap. Was it
Yeah.
on a Tuesday night?
No. It's a whole thing. We gotta talk about it offline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Atlanta is
Oh, yeah.
most ghetto.
I haven't been to the U-Bar. I only went once, but it was real ratchet when I went.
I was ratchet when I met her.
It might have been a little bit too ratchet for me. Wow. Okay.
All right, so let the whole world know where they can find you at. Look into the camera right here. Let everybody know.
You can find me on every platform at Osha Cerese, and it's OSHACERESE. OshaCerese.com. That's where you can book coaching, courses, get involved with my Intentional Love Collective, get a guided journal. It's all there. It's all there.
Love that. Thank you so much.
Also, be sure to check out the Wins and Lessons EP by Jamari Cash Out, now streaming on all audio platforms. Songs inspired by the Wins and Lessons podcast